Now on 4 News Now at 6, stalked by a cougar. One man describes his encounter in Riverside State Park, plus what you should do if you ever come across one.
After a day of sunshine, the clouds have moved in this evening. I'll let you know who might see some rain and tell you when that sunshine will return in the First Alert forecast.
And converting shipping containers into homes for wildfire victims. We'll take you inside and the big role they'll play as temperatures begin to drop. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
We begin tonight with breaking news. Within just the last half hour, the shelter-in-place order near the Old Wolf Lodge east of Coeur d'Alene has been lifted. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
And I'm Natalie Grant. Idaho State Police are still searching for this man who they say is armed and dangerous. Anyone who sees him should call 911. ISP says that he was in a chase when it stopped and 2 people ran away. The SUV has been towed from the area. We do have a crew on the scene and we'll bring you more information as it becomes available.
Also breaking tonight, we now know the name of 3 people found dead inside of a home in Kennewick following a SWAT standoff. Investigators identifying the bodies of 26-year-old Zuhaid Mohammed as well as 65-year-old Nabil Mohammed and 63-year-old Hifsa Khan, who had been reported missing. Police have not released their causes of death. This is still developing. We will update you just as soon as we learn more.
All of a sudden I could hear this panting, and I could hear it, and it was so strange because it was all around me.
Now imagine you hear a panting sound while you're on a hike on the trails of Riverside State Park. Just 2 days ago, a man had a frightening encounter with a cougar, and thanks to his quick thinking, he was able to get out of the situation alive. Our Peter Choi explains how he got away safely and what you need to know if you're in that same situation. Peter.
Yeah, guys, this man encountered a cougar not once but twice here at Riverside State Park, and thankfully he made it back to his home safe and sound. But he wants other hikers to be on the lookout for these animals for their safety.
Take a look at this cougar sitting in a tree.
It was just stationary watching me. I was just thinking about my options in my head. What am I going to do?
Sunday afternoon, Ryan Wade was riding his favorite trail in Riverside State Park near 7 miles when he came to face with a cougar.
Hill, and all of a sudden I heard something coming down the hill behind me. I heard it, and I stopped and turned around, and there it was, pretty close, about 20 or 30 feet away from me.
Wade immediately stopped and put his bike between him and the cougar.
And then I picked my bike up and I started shaking the bike at the cat and yelling at it, very colorful language, and then I lunged at the cat to try to scare it away, and it backed off, and I did that again, and then it ran off into the brush.
The cougar wasn't done. It came right back at Wade again.
That the cat got behind me, but then I spotted it and it was still in front of me about 30 feet away, crouched in the grass, just watching me.
Thankfully, the cougar left him alone the second time. Stacy Lehman with Fish and Wildlife says when you're in a situation like Wade, don't run.
He made himself look as big as possible. What we recommend that people do is you put your hands over your head, or if you're wearing a jacket, you open it up and spread it out to show that animal that you're bigger than it.
If you have a backpack or a water bottle, throw at them. Lehman says always bring a bear spray in case you need for emergency.
Don't wear headphones, don't wear earbuds, because I had 2 encounters with the cat, and both times I could hear it before I could see it, which was amazing to me. But even banging down the hill on the bike, I could hear it following me down that trail.
Now, Fish and Wildlife says it put a collar on the cougar so that they can track it down, and make sure to call them if you see one. Live in Spokane, Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
Yeah, definitely some good advice there. Thanks, Peter. Scary situation all around. Well, we're more than halfway through October now, if you can believe it, but we have a warm-up headed our way.
Yeah, the Turtleneck Tuesday thing might not last.
No.
Oh, I forgot about Turtleneck Tuesday.
Me too,
well,
Chris.
You can put those turtlenecks away for a couple of days because we do have some warmer weather coming. Some showers possible north of the Spokane area tonight, mainly right up along the Canadian border. Then it is going to be a sunny Wednesday. We have a warming trend. Perhaps our last 70-degree days of the season are in the 7-day forecast, and there are some big changes coming in the forecast next week. First, I want to show you this approaching system. We've seen the clouds increasing this evening. The wet weather, however, is not really crossing the Cascades, and it is moving to the northeast, so it's just going to miss us to the north. We'll have plenty of clouds overnight, but those will be clearing by tomorrow morning. Your forecast this evening, temperatures staying in the 50s. Those clouds act like a blanket, so we don't cool down very quickly. Winds generally light. I will be back with your 7-day forecast, let you know how warm it's going to get and then how far we fall. That's coming up in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. New courtrooms, new offices, and a $38 million price tag are causing tensions in Kootenai County. This week, county commissioners held several meetings to discuss the cost of the Justice Building expansion. 4 News Now's Allison Martinez has an update on the project.
I'm here where the new Kootenai County Justice Building will be located. There's construction happening there right behind me. But tensions have been high over the $38 million cost of this project and whether it's too late to do something about it.
The project is meant to keep up with the pace of growth in Kootenai County and escalation in crime.
It doesn't matter if we just keep building and building the jail. If we don't address the court system and don't have that ability to process people through, then it's a problem.
In March, commissioners approved a $35 million price tag. Additional construction costs have been tacked on, bringing the total to around $38 million. Most of the cost is being covered by federal funds, with the county still covering around $11 million.
We have a larger bottom line number that we have to draw our savings down in order to pay for that to complete this project.
Commissioner Bruce Matari says he wanted to cut the cost of the project, but at this point, it was too late. This means budgets and cost estimates will have to be exact from now on.
And if we're off on either one of those, that could lead to enough of a discrepancy that unfortunately, and I hope we don't have to be in that situation where we may have to look at increasing taxes, and I don't want to have to do that.
Instead, he's working with the other commissioners to make sure cost overruns like this don't happen in the future. Matari says he's already seen a positive shift.
That's good for the public, it's good for the board.
For more information on this capital project and others happening in Kootenai County, you can visit our website, KXLY.com. Reporting in Coeur d'Alene, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
Thank you, Allison. Well, the Spokane County Jail is also dealing with overcrowding issues. That's why some are pushing for a sales tax increase that would cover the cost of a new jail. Now, if approved by voters, the sales tax would go up 0.2%, and that money would fund the new jail and other criminal justice projects. 60% of that revenue would go to Spokane County. The rest would be allocated to individual cities and towns. Supporters, including Spokane County sheriffs, say that the limited jail capacity limits law enforcement's ability to keep the community safe. And with the election just a few weeks away now, we want to hear from you. We want to know which races and issues matter the most to you. You can send us your questions and we'll take them to our candidates. You can find that form to submit your questions on our website, KXLY.com.
A North Idaho youth home for teen and preteen girls accused of abuse and neglect. A handful of former employees turned whistleblowers. They filed an 82-page report with the state of Idaho claiming cases of fights, suicide attempts, rape, and hundreds of calls to 911.
What I didn't anticipate was that the level of neglect at Cornerstone was unlike anything I had ever experienced.
Were whistleblowers punished? Why is the home still operating? And are children in danger there? Robin Nance talked with not just an accuser, but the home's owner about what he thinks is really happening. Watch our investigative report tomorrow on 4 News Now at 6 o'clock.
Still ahead, a new One Spokane program helps teens and young adults finish school and kickstart their career. We have that next on 4 News Now at 6.
Track live radar on the 4 News Now weather app.
Saving you green.
I'm Kim Please, running for Spokane City Council President. For safer neighborhoods, a vibrant downtown, and people in need getting real help. That's my vision for our future. Vote Kim Please for Council President.
What you're seeing today is Zoe Hoker creating more career opportunities for himself as a welder, and the time he invested in virtual training through Forge FX to make it happen. Addressing the shortage of skilled workers in today's industries by providing access to additional training and career growth. These are the ways skilled trade professionals at Tulsa Welding School are using the metaverse today.
Honey, that was my brother. Can we bring him dinner tomorrow? He's been having a hard time since his accident.
Of course. I know it's been tough. There's so many costs that his insurance doesn't even cover.
I know. The ramp to his front door, transportation, meal preparation. What if something happens to one of us?
We should plan to sit down soon. We can look through the long-term care benefits that we're earning with WA Cares.
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
Hondas are piggy banks on wheels. Stylish, athletic piggy banks that save you money at every glorious turn. Legendary fuel efficiency, famous for its resale value, and now with great deals including 2 years complimentary maintenance, it's your chance to get into America's best value brand. So start saving money and drive happy as a pig in. See your Inland Northwest Honda dealer today. Honda can handle it.
Do you have property damage? Burke's Restoration provides full-service emergency response for residential and commercial disasters. Wind damage? Burke's can handle that. Is flooding your problem? Burke's Restoration knows just what to do. Fire or smoke damage? Call Burke's today. You didn't plan on a disaster, but you have a choice on who restores it. Choose the best. Burke's Restoration takes care of fire, smoke, wind, or water damage and more. Tell your insurance company you choose Burke's Restoration. Call or click today.
Casino Hotel.
I didn't know where I was going to go with my life, and then I found this program.
Well, that is Christopher Pierce. More than a year ago, he dropped out of high school feeling lost in life, but now he has his diploma and a full-time job.
It's all thanks to Youth Build, which is a program in East Central that helps young adults in Spokane earn their diplomas and find a job. Bronte Sorotsky shares how this program is helping local young adults.
Well, after completing a construction apprenticeship and earning his high school diploma, Christopher now works for Youth Build, giving back to the organization that he says changed his life.
It feels amazing. I love my job. It makes me so happy.
Christopher Pierce works at Youth Build as a street outreach worker, going through Spokane and connecting high-risk youth to services.
We run an after-school program to just give them a safe place to hang out.
Youth Build is a pre-apprenticeship program through the Department of Labor. It's for young adults ranging from 16 to 24 who are either behind in school, have spent time in juvenile detention, or battle addiction. Just a year and a half ago, Christopher says he was one of those kids. He didn't have a job and he had just dropped out of high school.
No, I had no idea what I was going to do.
He found Youth Build and says it changed his life.
I found this program. I went through, got my GED, was doing construction the rest of the time, and then they needed help, so they hired me on here.
It allows them to earn their high school diploma while also receiving training in either construction or the medical field.
Or you could come in with no GED test pass and work on completing that the entire time you're here while you also get vocational training. So you don't have to do one to get the other, you get them both at the same time.
People in the program receive real-world training that prepares them for a job.
And so we are able to help provide a trained and prepared workforce coming out of our program into those areas that are seeing a loss at a pretty high rate due to aging out.
Right now, they're building a home in East Central. When finished, it will be an affordable home for a family to buy. Not only is this program changing the lives of its participants, it allows them to change lives too.
Doing what they did for me, trying to help kids.
If you or someone you know would like to be a part of the Youth Build program, you can complete an online application. That information will be up on our website, KXLY.com. Live in studio, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
Bronte, thank you so much. Well, the evening crew here at 4 News Now is growing starting on Monday, and not just right here.
That's not Monday.
No, I hope not. Unless someone else knows something I don't. Joining me at the desk is someone that we all know very well, Derek Dice, moving to nights. It's kind of the best kept secret in the newsroom. A lot of people have been asking. For the last 12 years, Derek has been waking up at 2 a.m. to anchor Good Morning Northwest.
Yeah, before that, Derek actually had my job from 2009 to 2011, but he might not be in the sports department anymore, but he's still heavily involved in the sports world, whether that was coaching Little League soccer or basketball here in Spokane or calling Cougs games on 920 News Now.
Derek has spent his entire career here in Eastern Washington, and we are so excited to have him join us for our 5, 6, and Nightside newscast. We here are all proud of the amazing work he and the rest of the morning show have done over the last decade. And now it's our turn for Derek on the news.
I know, we were talking with him earlier this week about Nightside and switching from mornings. I just did that a couple years ago now, and it is a big adjustment. So he says he's going to try to keep his eyes open at 11 o'clock, and we'll definitely be helping him out with that. But we hope that you will join us on Monday to welcome Derek to the evenings.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Wendell Motors.
There is a place where magic seems to hide around every corner, where cherished memories are born in twinkling snowflakes, where enchanting adventures await all who explore. Where is this real-life winter wonderland? Nestled by the lake is Coeur d'Alene's Holiday Light Show, an experience you will never forget. Discover Santa's all-new North Pole with holiday getaways starting at only $250.
The most important issue in this mayor's race? Crime and public safety. I'm Nadine Woodward. We cannot let Spokane become Seattle. It's why I increased police patrols, opened new precincts, and got dangerous offenders off the streets with our Violent Crimes Task Force. My opponent? She's helped fund criminals and is supported by anti-police activists. I'm proud to be endorsed by law enforcement. I'm Nadine Woodward, and I approve this message. Let's make crime illegal again.
Rugged, capable off-road travel, adept at towing heavy loads, the completely redesigned Nissan Pathfinder has all the features buyers are looking for in a full-size SUV. Check these features: seating up to 8 with easy access third row, cabin noise reduction, super smooth 9-speed transmission, towing up to 6,000 pounds with 284 horsepower, classy upscale design, and two-tone style. There's lots more with this Pathfinder. Find out at Coeur d'Alene Nissan, just off Highway 95.
5 stars, all rise for To Kill a Mockingbird. Unmissable and unforgettable. A mockingbird for our moment. Beautiful, elegiac, satisfying, even exhilarating. A New York Times critic's pick. Mockingbird is now the most successful American play in Broadway history. All rise for Aaron Sorkin's great play. Richard Thomas is Atticus Finch in Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird.
December 5th through 10th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
It was in August. Fires raged through our area. This one, the Gray Fire in Medical Lake. Homes destroyed, trees destroyed along with it. They've got to come down and get moved out for the rebuild. We're here in mid-October to help move them. The 4 News Now Extreme Team, brought to you by and with volunteers from Horizon Credit Union.
Our high temperature today, 59 degrees, 57 is our average high. But what I want to show you on this graphic, our sunset time now into the 5 o'clock hour. It's already set, 5:58, our sunset time. Partly cloudy skies overnight. We're overcast right now. We'll begin breaking up overnight. That'll allow our temperature to drop to 41. But boy, we warm up tomorrow, a high of 68 degrees, more than 10 degrees above average. Winds generally light and a lot of pretty fall weather. Here's a look at our satellite and radar. Right now we are bringing in the clouds and just some hints of precipitation showing up, but nothing reaching the ground on this side of the mountains. But that may change up along the Canadian border. Let's take a look at our forecast radar, and you can see that chance of showers up along the border. Here's 10 o'clock tonight. We are definitely in the clouds elsewhere, but by tomorrow early morning, we began clearing off. Blue skies, sunshine. Here's 7 o'clock Wednesday morning, and we're going to keep that sunshine going thanks to a building ridge of high pressure that is going to stay with us through Thursday, Friday. Then Saturday, we'll start to see some changes. The clouds will increase late in the day, and there is an upper level trough that is going to usher in some cooler, wetter weather and dropping snow levels. And I will talk more about that in the next half hour. Our chance of precipitation for the next 4 days is 0 and then jumps up to 50% on Sunday. And then there's more wet weather to be had in the 7-day forecast. In the short term, most locations tonight will be staying in the 40s. High temperatures tomorrow in the 60s, and there are a lot of 70s on the map, mainly from I-90 south. Although if we zoom in around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area, we find 71 for a high in downtown and 70 in Spokane Valley. We're going to have a lot more 70s on Thursday and Friday. Look at all those sunshines. Clouds increasing throughout the day Saturday, and then we see those changes. Cooler, wetter weather on the way, a high of only 51 on Tuesday. Overnight lows in the 40s till we get to Monday night and into Tuesday morning. We're going to need some coats here before long, and I want to remind you that our Coats for Kids campaign is well underway. We're about halfway through with the collection. You can drop off a new or gently used warm winter coat at any of the locations on your screen. Chaz Health, the Flying Squirrel Trampoline Place. I will be out there tomorrow in the Valley with our friends from STCU. They're our proud sponsors. Any Papa Murphy's anywhere in the Inland Northwest. If you're watching in Kootenai, there's a Papa Murphy's there, in Coeur d'Alene, in Omak. They're all taking them. Get a pizza, drop off a coat, and help keep kids warm this winter. Kirsten.
So important. Thank you, Chris. Around the world tonight, Palestinian officials declaring 3 days of mourning in Gaza following a deadly blast that hit a hospital. At least 500 people were killed. It's not clear who is responsible at this point. Hamas saying it was the result of an Israeli airstrike, while Israel is saying it was a failed rocket launch by Hamas. President Biden is on his way to Israel to meet with the Israeli Prime Minister.
And as the war in Israel continues to rage, thousands of Americans are impacted by the unfolding conflict. Muslim communities say that they're concerned about anti-Muslim bias, while many Palestinian Americans are awaiting news from their relatives still trapped in Gaza, and others are trying to lend a hand to help Israelis. CNN's Gloria Pazmino has more.
Disturbing new details emerging a day after a 6-year-old Palestinian American boy was laid to rest. The young boy was stabbed to death in what law enforcement says was a hate-motivated attack. Landlord Joseph Zuba was charged with murder and hate crimes after police say he stabbed Waidia Al-Fayoum and seriously injured the boy's mother, Hanan Shaheen. According to court documents, his wife told police Zuba routinely listened to conservative talk radio and had been following the conflict in the Middle East. Prosecutors said he had asked the family to move out of their residence after the conflict started. Apparently, his wife said, because he believed Shaheen would bring her Palestinian friends to harm them.
He was less worse to his mom. Mom, I'm fine.
There is a palpable sense of fear across Palestinian communities. Some are worried about a possible increase in threats and anti-Muslim bias.
I need my father to stay alive. I stay up at night, every night, praying and hoping he comes home safely.
Palestinians in the U.S. are also awaiting news from their relatives who are trapped in Gaza amid the ongoing conflict.
Every day we sit waiting on our phones to see if our friends and our family are alive.
Americans are also looking to help Israelis affected by the war. The Jewish National Fund USA is working to raise $10 million in the next month to send aid to people living in Israel. I'm Gloria Pasmino reporting.
Still Still ahead, your time is running out to score the best holiday travel deals, how you can save on the skyrocketing prices.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Shop local at the Tin Roof.
Trucks, great trucks, and great offers. Find them at Wendell Ford during our truck month. Ranger, Maverick, and America's most purchased truck, the F-150. Built Ford tough. Low rates, special financing, and generous trade-in assistance await you. Some with 1.9% financing. These trucks are ready to move. It's Truck Month at Wendell Ford at the Y on North Division. Drive for generations.
Crime is skyrocketing, and the homelessness crisis is just getting worse. When will it be enough? I'm Kim Please, running to make our neighborhoods safer and to help those in need. Vote Kim Please for City Council President.
Indy Irwin. She's faced pain for years and says doctors dismissed it. This week, she reveals what finally helped change everything. And tomorrow on GMA, get ready for an irresistible throwback to the 80s with Taylor Dane live. Yeah, just try not dancing to this in your home.
It's time for 4 News Now's Coats for Kids. Just drop off new or gently used coats at any of our sponsored locations. We'll bring them to Alsco for professional cleaning, then get them out to local children in need. Donate to Coats for Kids through October 31st.
Chaz Health is proud to sponsor 4 News Now Coats for Kids. You can drop off your donations at one of our medical clinics and be sure to ask for your annual flu shot. Donate your coat at any of Chaz Health clinics through the month of October.
Shop local at the Tin Roof.
4 News Now is brought to you by Just Between Friends.
Around the nation, it has been 2 weeks, and the House of Representatives still does not have a Speaker of the House.
Today, 20 Republicans voted against Ohio Representative Jim Jordan, and another vote will be held tomorrow. ABC's Ike Ajachi has more.
For the second time this year, the House of Representatives tasked with electing a speaker after the historic ouster of Kevin McCarthy from that post. After 2 weeks of legislative paralysis, voting got underway in the House on the nomination of conservative Republican firebrand Jim Jordan, a founding member of the House Freedom Caucus and a staunch ally of Donald Trump. New York Congresswoman Elise Stefanik nominating Jordan.
I rise today to nominate the gentleman from Ohio, Jim Jordan, as Speaker of the People's House.
Stefanik praising Jordan as a patriot and a winner. Democrat Pete Aguilar then nominating Democratic Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries for Speaker.
The pride of Crown Heights, a representative from the state of New York.
Aguilar focusing much of his remarks on Jordan's record, noting that one of Jordan's own colleagues once described him as a legislative terrorist. 431 members were in attendance, meaning Jordan could only afford to lose 3 votes. It quickly became clear Jordan wouldn't have the Republican votes to reach the 217 votes needed to become Speaker.
The Speaker has not been elected.
When all the votes present were counted, a surprising 20 of Jordan's fellow Republicans voted for someone else. Several votes for the ousted Speaker, McCarthy.
Bacon. McCarthy.
While McCarthy himself backing the nominee of his party, voting for Jordan.
McCarthy. Jordan.
Democrats present voted unanimously for Jeffries, with some also mocking Jordan. Now, in that first round of voting, Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries actually received more votes than Jim Jordan. Ike Ajachi, ABC News, Capitol Hill.
And we have much more coming up tonight at 6:30.
Including how AI is being used to fight pancreatic cancer. Plus,
Volunteers here in Elk are trying to make this box behind me into tiny container homes for families who lost their houses in the Oregon Road fire. Coming up, what's inside and how volunteers are making this happen.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Casino Hotel.
Did you know the average lifespan of a couch is 2,958 days?
Did you know that the earliest version of the bed could accommodate up to 65 people?
Did you know the Greeks were the first ones to use the table as a dining place?
Did you know that Kerner Furniture has convenient delivery options to fit your schedule?
Did you know that we offer furniture repair at your door and always guarantee the lowest Lazy Boy prices?
Come in during Kerner Furniture's 44th anniversary sale to learn the facts of a great furniture buying experience.
Have you been looking for the perfect pre-owned vehicle and wondered, where have all the used cars gone?
At Coeur d'Alene Honda, we have the best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Whether you're looking for a Toyota, Subaru, Ford, or maybe that perfect Honda.
Every pre-owned vehicle is quality inspected and ready for you to take home today.
We work with local lenders to get you the rate you deserve.
Inventory changes daily, so come see us at Coeur d'Alene Honda or visit us on our website at cdahonda.com.
Hello, I'm Mark Peterson. It's that time of year again when Washington Trust Bank helps you dispose of your sensitive documents and protect your identity with 4 easy steps. First, head to one of their 4 participating drive-through locations. Second, fill your seal and shred bag with the documents that you want to destroy. Third, secure the seal and shred bag. Then, drop your bag off at Debris where they will destroy your documents in their secure space. Pick up your seal and shred bag this Friday at Washington Trust Bank's Valley Financial Center.
Did you know Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch? Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, and university programs that lead to in-demand careers. Funds are limited. Apply today. Students choose their own path, and Idaho Launch helps pay for it. Idaho Launch. Support in every direction.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
It's Broadway's #1 holiday hit musical, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the musical. November 10th and 11th, First Interstate Center for the Arts. On sale now.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
When the fire started, we realized real quickly that we needed to find a way to get people through this winter without freezing. And so I was talking with a friend, and he said if we can spray foam containers, and that would keep them warm.
And that's exactly what volunteers with the Country Church of Open Bible are doing.
Members with the church are working to build container homes to hopefully help Oregon Road fire survivors with temporary shelter. Marissa Rio takes us inside.
So I'm actually in one of these container homes right now. Volunteers that are working on this project say they will have all the basic utilities to get families through the winter. As you can tell, I'm standing in what will be the bathroom. You can see the toilet, and right behind me is where the shower would go. The tiny homes can sit on someone's property and connect to their electricity, water, and sewage. The volunteers are doing this to keep people safe through the colder months.
But we also knew we have a big group of people that are still either trying to find an RV that might have been donated to them, living in a tent or a car or whatever they can find. And so our heart for it is anybody that needs one for out here.
The containers are Connex boxes about 40 feet in length and 8 feet tall. Each one will come insulated with a boiler system for hot water and heat.
Washer and dryer, stackable washer and dryer is our goal. We're going to try and do that. And it'll also have a kitchen sink. And then it's not going to really have a stove. What we're going to utilize is like a hot plate type system on it.
Each container home costs about $25,000 and takes just under a week to build. Volunteers have been working with Spokane County to make sure everything is up to code.
Of course, we have different criteria we have to meet, and we've been working towards that goal. We're getting real close to that now, where they've basically designed a totally new code level, if you will.
Dawn says they have made all the adjustments needed. Now, these container homes are purely funded by donations, and volunteers here say that they do need more people to help. For more information on ways that you can make a difference, go to our website at kxly.com. Reporting in Elk, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Mark Peterson and the Extreme team are cutting burned out trees to help victims of the Gray Fire rebuild. Chopping down the trees is only half the battle. Moving and transporting them is a massive undertaking. Let's check in with Mark to see how it's going.
It's been about 2 months since the Gray Fire and, of course, the Oregon Road Fire. This flag was set about a week after the fire. This lot is now and was currently owned by a retired SEER instructor from Fairchild Air Force Base. He was well insured. He's grateful that they got out with 2 vehicles and the health of their kids. Now we look at what's going on currently as they try to recover, and we're going to see that the Extreme team is here for 3 days. In that 3 days, we have cut, we have limbed, and we have loaded up and taken to the chipper all that we have. We have 1 more day yet to go. But I have to tell you, while we're here for a short period of time, the recovery here is going to be a long time. Ron Burris appreciates us being here.
We are working now to get the community involved, and so that we can take the next step towards a larger debris and removal operation.
The other point is that they're planning on the next 3 Saturdays trying to get quite a bit done.
This Saturday, October 21st, we are looking for experienced sawyers with chainsaws and protective gear that can come in. On Saturday, October 28th, we're going to be taking some of the bigger tree pieces that cannot be moved by hand, and we're looking for people with mini excavators, skidsters, that can come in and help pick that material up so that we can get it piled. And then on the following weekend, on November the 4th, we're asking for a large contingent of community volunteers, because we do have a lot of tree limbs, smaller tree pieces that are going to have to be picked up by hand and stacked.
The volunteers from Horizon Credit Union saw this for the first time today, and you see nothing but ash and metal from fire that burned 2,500 degrees. Again, we're grateful we're able to do just a little bit. We'll be back, and we'll continue. Team Rubicon will be back next week. There's a lot of love for this community, and they're going to continue to strive to build and reimagine Medical Lake. From the Gray Fire, I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme team, 4 News Now.
Thank you, Mark. Well, wildfire was one of the hot topics with the second graders at Farwell Elementary today. We were talking about all sorts of weather. What a nice and smart group of kids. They had all kinds of fantastic questions. In fact, I think I could have spent the whole day at Farwell Elementary answering questions and hearing stories. They had some good weather stories. Look at all those hands shooting up. They are a smart group and really nice teachers. Thank you so much for having me there today, kids.
I see some future meteorologists in that group.
I think you might be right.
And just some extremely well-behaved children. I'm going to just comment on that. Way to go, parents.
That's what I told. That's what I told the teachers. Not that they aren't all angels around the inland Northwest. In other news, here are 4 things to know about your weather. We have the possibility, not even showers, sprinkles north of Spokane tonight, mainly up along the Canadian border. Heading into a sunny Wednesday, those clouds will be long gone by early tomorrow morning. A warming trend in our forecast, but I'm really going to encourage you to savor the next 3 days because we do have some changes on the way. Here's our forecast radar. The clouds have moved in. Most of the wet weather, however, has been staying north of the Canadian border or on the west side of the Cascades, and it looks like now like that may stay that way. Our latest computer model runs really wanting to keep it dry across the inland Northwest. Again, by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, we are completely looking at dry conditions. We're heading up to a high tomorrow of 68 degrees, blue skies and sunshine. Air quality in the good range, that's more than 10 degrees above average. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast. Natalie?
Thanks so much, Chris. Well, you won't have to put your pickleball paddles away this winter. Some good news for all the pickleball fanatics we have out there, because a new indoor facility is set to open up later this year.
And people are already starting to talk about the facility that we mentioned in the newscast last week.
Yes.
Here's another one.
Another one here for you. It's called the Press Pickleball Club. It's located inside the old Spokesman Review building that's near Riverside Avenue and Monroe Street. It'll feature 6 courts inside there, and the club will have a league to play with league play or tournaments there. It's set to open up by the end of November, which is coming up quick. So if you have a pickleball paddles and some buddies, now it's time to sign up. I've never played, but it's the craze.
Well, get your dink shots ready.
Okay.
Stay in the kitchen.
There you go.
Or whatever they say.
Pickleball lingo for you.
My in-laws are going to call me after this. Very upset.
Exactly. And for more information on this facility, you can look for this story on KXLY.com.
More than 64,000 Americans will be diagnosed with pancreatic cancer this year, according to estimates from the American Cancer Society. Many times, the disease isn't diagnosed until it's too late. And that's why scientists are turning to artificial intelligence for help. Now, researchers say they're happy with how the AI technologies have been performing so far, but admit that a lot of work still needs to be done. They'd like to get to a point where they can present their technology for review to the FDA.
We are prepared to fight a long battle to be able to overcome early detection of pancreas cancer.
While the researchers are focused on early detection of pancreatic cancer, they also have a goal to improve outcomes for other diseases like diabetes with AI as well. Still ahead, the Gonzaga women's basketball team had a surprise visit from a comedy legend. Who is that in the black? Oh, he's in blue jacket. That's right. Look at Adam Sandler's first trip to Spokane.
Stream 4 News now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
This week's Washington Trust Shred location is at the Valley Branch.
Why not have the bath of your dreams? With Bath Planet, you can once again relax and enjoy the beauty of your new shower and bath. Our custom-built baths and showers will forever change the way your bathroom looks.
Call today for a free in-home consultation.
At P1FCU, we're all about celebrating your wins, like finding an extra $10 in the wash.
Sweet.
Or your team winning the championship.
And it's out of here. Yes! Woo!
Your wins add up, just like earning dividends in an Ascend checking account. So let's celebrate the wins together. Open your account at p1fcu.org/win. P1FCU, your community, your credit union.
What is a jewelry design center? It's a growing family-owned business with nearly half a century and 3 generations of jewelry making experience. A team of artists, craftsmen, and professionals who love what they do. A full on-site manufacturing shop available to the public for repairs and custom requests of all kinds. A center for free polish and inspection, even if you didn't buy it from us. We are not your average jewelry store. We are Jewelry Design Center, and we want to be your jeweler for life.
One of the inland Northwest's most extraordinary four-wheeled beasts, the Honda SUV thrives in a diverse habitat. Comfortable in rugged terrain or roaming city streets, it can travel hundreds of miles on a surprisingly small amount of fuel. Fiercely protective of its young, the Honda SUV is known by its distinctive markings, CRV, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline, and can live happily for decades in any garage or driveway. Catch them now at your Inland Northwest Honda dealer. Honda can handle it.
Why not have the bath of your dreams? With Bath Planet, you can once again relax and enjoy the beauty of your new shower and bath. Our custom-built baths and showers will forever change the way your bathroom looks.
Call today for a free in-home consultation.
Next ET, Scarlett Johansson's new honor.
It was really awesome to be up there.
Plus, inside Dolly Parton's Rhinestone Life.
think I accomplished that.
You most definitely did. Next, DT.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
It's Disney's 100th anniversary celebration on Dancing with the Stars. Watch and vote live.
As the magic comes alive.
You teased me.
It's Disney 100 Night on Dancing with the Stars, live tonight on ABC and Disney+.
Well, we want to introduce you to Miko, who you see here. He is one of the candidates for mayor in Anchorage, Alaska. And here's what his owner and campaign manager has to say about the whole situation.
Politics has become kind of a dog-eat-dog kind of thing.
So it sounds like he's right where he's supposed to be there. His owner goes on to say that Miko will be willing to accept scratches from both sides of the aisle. They're definitely someone that has my vote.
That face and those eyebrows.
Yeah.
I wish we could do that close up again. Chris, I think we would really enjoy Miko. He is fluffy.
I like that dog a lot.
It's a cute one.
Yes, reaching his paw across the aisle to voters of all tastes.
That's the leader we need.
I bet that dog would like some cold weather. And if you would like some cooler weather, I have that in the forecast. But first, we're warming up. High temperatures today were just a hair above average in the upper 50s and 60s across the region. But we are headed to more than 10 degrees above average tomorrow, even warmer Thursday and Friday. Now, this black line way down here is our average high. That continues to plummet. October is our month of greatest change in terms of our average high. And then that temperature trend continues to drop after Saturday, down below average by Tuesday. We do have some big changes coming. Here's a look at what's going on. We're going to go through our weather pattern. Ridge of high pressure is building over the region right now, and that's what's going to help get a southwesterly flow going over the region. We're going to bring up some very warm air for Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday will be fairly warm, but Saturday will be our transition day where we start seeing this upper level trough move in, and that is going to be the beginning of a major change. We're going to see our temperatures drop, our snow levels will start dropping. Wouldn't rule out a little bit of snow mixing in with the rain in the valleys Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but stay tuned. Keep an ear out for that. But this, again, is going to mean some big changes, and it looks like that trend is going to continue. Here's our 8 to 14-day outlook from the Climate Prediction Center. This is October 25th through Halloween, and we are in these medium to dark blues, indicating a very strong trend toward cooler than average conditions. Precipitation-wise, the models have not come into any kind of agreement in that. Yesterday, we were in the light green. Today, we're in the light orange. I think we're just going to need to wait and see on that, but at least there isn't a strong signal of very wet weather or very dry weather heading into the end of the month. Just cooler than average. Your planning forecast. Plan to savor these 70-degree days if you, well, it seems like everybody loves the 70s. That's the very most requested temperature trend. I wish I had a say, but that will be potentially our last time in the 70s, and we're cooling down into the 50s by Sunday, and even cooler. May have some highs in the 40s by the middle of next week. Natalie?
Thank you so much, Chris. Well, your time is running out to score the best holiday travel deals, if you can believe it or not. Experts say that window is closing fast. Now is the time to get the lowest prices, and experts say prices for each holiday will jump $5 to $10 a day. Then in the final 3 weeks, it could spike to $10 to $30 a day. But keep in mind, there are other ways you can save.
If you can fly on the less popular days around the holidays, you can save upwards of 40%. So when you fly is just as important as when you book your tickets.
Great advice there. Well, according to Google Flights, the typical window for low prices is 54 to 78 days before takeoff. We're currently 69 days away from Christmas and just 38 until Thanksgiving. it's time to get booking if you haven't already.
Happy Found Farm in Spokane Valley presents Farm Kids Club, a chance for kids to learn tool safety, how to garden, and take care of the farm animals. The club aims to help kids discover some of life's unforgotten skills and show them the benefits their hard work brings to the farm. The owner tells us how she encourages kids to understand the importance of utilizing their farm skills.
We do make them get dirty and do the dirty chores too, because I think that's super important, that they don't think it's all just fun and games. I teach them one of my little sayings. They don't necessarily, well, they learn to like it, but it's called, life isn't just easy cupcakes and lazy sprinkles. They have to do the hard stuff too.
Lazy sprinkles, I love that. The Farm Kids Club is just satisfied when they can show the kids how their hard work has benefited the farm. Kids that are between the ages of 5 and 12 are encouraged to join, and if that's your child, you can sign them up for the next class. It is March 1st. The information you need to sign up is listed on our website, KXLY.com.
Looks super fun. Well, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
You're feeding it.
I will, I promise. Thanks to our Premier Rewards Visa credit card from ICCU, we earned enough cash back to stock up on puppy supplies.
But we don't have a puppy.
They're very convincing children.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Life happens, and you can't always wait for 2-day free shipping. Instead, head to your local Ace hardware store, where we've got just what you need in stock right now. Our experts give you the knowledge and personal touch you can't find online. And when you need help fixing your broken screen, unclogging that drain, need an extra key made, or that hard-to-find nut or bolt, we're right around the corner with the helpful advice and products you need without the wait.
Whether you're in the market for affordable furniture, clothing, or vintage treasures, you'll find what you need at UGM thrift stores. But checking off your list is not all you'll accomplish. Every purchase and donation opens the doors for men, women, and children experiencing homelessness to get the help they need. Your support provides food and shelter, job training, and holistic recovery services at Union Gospel Mission. Stop in today and offer life change.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. The winning is just the beginning. So you're looking for something to do? We got you. Want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you wanna do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Go to Lake Casino. At the Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. The winning is just the beginning.
92.9 CCU. CCU.
It was in August, fires raged through our area. This one, the Gray Fire in Medical Lake. Homes destroyed, trees destroyed along with it. They've got to come down and get moved out for the rebuild. We're here in mid-October to help move them. The 4 News Now Extreme Team, brought to you by and with volunteers from Horizon Credit Union.
4 News Now. Expect more on air, online, and on the app.
Who are you and what have you done with the Washington State Cougars? I'm Julian Minnesota, and we'll try to find out those answers together. Welcome into sports. Washington State football has looked like a completely different team over the last few weeks. The offense has looked flat. The defense has had its struggles too. After Saturday's 44-6 loss to Arizona, head coach Jake Dickert said he was going to open up competition at all levels and positions to help snap the Cougars' 2-game losing streak.
I think it's something that we definitely needed. We lost that competition aspect, that basically people feel so comfortable in their positions that everybody gets to lax, and that's something that we can't have, especially going against a team like Oregon.
All season long, Washington State's mantra has been Cougs versus everybody. But that underdog mentality changed when the team went undefeated in the first 4 weeks of the season. The Cougs heard all the praise and were caught drinking the Kool-Aid.
We saw success and we tasted it, and we just didn't take advantage of those extra days as best as we could.
A 38-point loss to Arizona will humble you real quick.
They wanted it more, they played harder, they played faster, and they finished better.
Especially on offense. Washington State has committed 7 turnovers in the last 2 games. The team says tough love is the remedy.
We just need to bully them more, and definitely just be harder on them, try harder, and just get them prepared, because I feel like we haven't done that enough. We definitely been like slowing up a little bit.
Next up, Oregon. A date with the Ducks will be anything but cordial. Washington State led for most of last year's game before falling apart in the second half.
We led in that game last year for 58 minutes, right? We didn't get the result that we wanted, but it should breathe some confidence in us that knowing we can go out and play with one of the best teams in the country, which is what Oregon is, and that's been proven.
So it's been a week of reflection for Washington State, but the sky isn't falling yet. The Cougars still are 2 wins away from becoming bowl eligible, and they'll try to get a step closer against the Ducks on Saturday. Kickoff against Oregon is at 12:30 from Autzen Stadium in Eugene, and you can catch the game right here on KXLY. Washington State women's basketball has all the hype coming into the season. The Cougars are ranked number 24 in the preseason AP Top 25 women's basketball poll. WSU is one of 6 Pac-12 teams in the top 25. Washington State won its first ever Pac-12 tournament championship last season. And the Gonzaga women's basketball team got a surprise visit from Adam Sandler. Sandler's I Miss You tour stopped at Spokane Arena last night, and the comedian spent some time at the Bulldogs practice facility before the show. Sandler is a huge basketball fan, and this was his first time visiting the Lilac City. So it's only right that he visits Gonzaga. That'll wrap us up for sports.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Wonder Woman on a mission. Next, Inside Edition, Gal Gadot, what she's doing to get the 199 hostages released. Her appeal to the world. Then, you've heard of hoarder houses, but you've never seen anything like this. A hoarder car.
There was a ceiling fan, a microwave, a ton of chairs, bicycles.
Watch the next Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
The tradition continues. BECU presents Beanie Night when WSU takes on Stanford November 4th. Attend the game and check out BECU's new beanie creation, free for all Coug fans. WSU battles Stanford and BECU Beanie Night November 4th in Pullman.
This is important information from AARP and BECU. Caregiving is the nation's most common job, with 54 million people nationwide acting as a caregiver to their loved one. To honor and support Washington's caregivers, AARP presents the Caring for Caregivers video podcast series. The series features discussions with local experts, community leaders, and caregivers on a range of topics, including financial planning, housing options, healthy aging, and more. To catch up on current and past episodes, visit this website.
If you're actually trying to recover and you want to get better, it's just one step at a time. You put one foot in front of the other, and you'll find that each day it'll get a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better. And then next thing you know, you're not even thinking about it. You're thinking about the future, not the past. I can tell you it's worth it. It's hard, but it's worth it. Just one step in front of the other. It's going to get better. It just takes time.
Did you know that Spokane Hyperbaric Center uses oxygen to reduce pain, inflammation, and swelling?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that hyperbaric oxygen therapy promotes new blood vessel growth, fights infection, and releases more stem cells from your bone marrow?
I didn't know that.
Would you like to know if Spokane Hyperbaric Center is the right choice for you? Go to hyperbarichope.com to find out.
Spokane Hyperbaric Center gave us hope. And now you know.
The tradition continues. BECU presents Beanie Night when WSU takes on Stanford November 4th. Attend the game and check out BECU's new beanie creation, free for all Coug fans. WSU battles Stanford and BECU Beanie Night November 4th in Pullman.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mechanics Pride.
We've got some sunshine in the forecast for Wednesday, a high temperature of 68. Ooh, go for a nice walk.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Don't forget your sunglasses.
What a great forecast.
I have
Up until
forgotten the
Saturday.
sunglasses. Do you have sunglasses at your desk?
I have blue eyes, so I have to have a lot of sunglasses because my eyes are really sensitive.
Yes, we all have fairly light eyes. Yes,
I was
need
just
them.
gonna plan on stealing yours when
Yeah,
I
go
can't
ahead.
find
Oh.
mine.
Go ahead.
Her desk is here.
They're always there.
I can't ever find my sunglasses. The worst part about sunny weather.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.